Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the series. In this episode, we're going to be making sure our clients can connect to our domain. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to Tools right here in the corner and open Users and Computers. And this is where we basically set up everything, make sure that uh, everything is we give our users the account. So I'm going to go down to users, right click, click new, and I believe it's um, group and group name. I'm just going to call this, I don't know, say I'm setting it up for a company. I'm going to call it sales. This is going to be for our sales department. Okay. Not in there. Let me just delete that. So I'm going to go over here and new organizational unit, and I'm going to call that sales. Okay, so now we have our sales. I'm going to add a new user, and they're going to be called Dean. The first name and the last name can be sales, and their log on, not last name, sales Smith, and their log on will be Dean.Smith, like that. Click next. I'm going to set his password just for this. Just make sure you remember it doesn't have to be the best one, and untick this. That's okay for now, and click finish. And now we have a user called Dean Smith. So now what you want to do is you want to start your Windows 10 PC uh, or start your Windows 10 virtual machine, and this will need installing for me. You can just set it up as a normal Windows. It doesn't matter what account you use or anything like that. Just make sure that it's working, and yeah, and I'll come back to you when I've set this up. One thing I do want to say, guys, is you need to use the Pro edition of Windows, otherwise it will not provide the function to connect to domains. But yeah, apart from that, everything is just default. Okay guys, so now I've set up my Windows 10 PC. So the first thing we're going to want to do is just go over here again, this PC, right click and properties. I am sorry, this is slow guys, I'm running two machines now and recording. Lost all respect for my computer in the process. Alright, so once you've got properties open, go over here to change settings again. And we're going to click change. And we're going to change the name of the computer just to make it a bit more user friendly as a domain admin. So I'm just going to call it sales-01. And also while we're here, we might as well add it to the domains. Okay guys, so before we click we're able to join the domain, you need to go over to the network settings on your client computer, and this one, and properties, and basically properties of the IPv4, and you need to use the preferred DNS server as the DNS server has to be the IP of the domain controller. So if we just check this, I believe it is 192.168.1.11. So you need to do 192.168.1.11. So this should all be okay. Let's close this, and now we should be able to just click OK on here. Administrator, and then your password. Hopefully this will let you know. And that's also why I said, guys, that you don't want the DCHP server messing with the IP of your domain controller. You always want it to be the same. And you can also set the default DNS server through your router as well, I believe, but I normally do it through Windows. So once this has accepted, the machine will do a restart, and then we'll be able to log into the domain. Okay guys, so my machine has restarted, and here is our login screen. So something that you may also want to know, if you do get an error when trying to join the domain, saying something about a network path, just disable IPv6 on the client computer. That is in the same place where we set the DNS server, just under IPv4. So now we're at the login screen. We want to click Other User here, and it'll see we're signing into our YouTube domain. And now you want to use the login details that you set for this user over here. So I remember we set dean.smith like this, and then his password like that. Looks like I did actually get the password right. And we shouldn't take too long. We don't have any group policies to apply at this moment. It will think we are a new user though and give us this. But once this is done, we should be on the domain with no problems. Just give this a second now. Okay guys, we are now logged in as Dean Smith on this computer. Just give it a moment to start up. It doesn't look like I've got any issues straight away, but you know, we never know with Microsoft. So let's just let this start up, and to just make sure that everything's gone smoothly, just click this, click on the little profile here, click on change account settings, and it should say yeah, you're on the domain as dean.smith. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. This was how to connect your client to a PC, and it's the same with all of them. I will show you in more in depth how to make more users and set different permissions and share files and make like department shares and things like that. I'll show you that kind of thing in a later episode. But right now, this is all we're going to do for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any problems, just leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to help you. And yeah, see you in the next episode.